Good day everyone, I am Joka Probadora and we are the group 7. Here are my members: Doron Christopher, Munar, Nino Japet, Probadora Joka, Rizabal Nicoloid, and Robles Jordan. Our report is about operational procedure during hostage-taking situation and hostage negotiation. Learning objectives. At the end of this chapter, the student will able to explain and understand the things that are happening during hostage-taking situation, describe the PNP's guidelines and procedures in handling hostage situation, describe and identify the tactical procedure to be followed in hostage-taking incidents, explain the concept of negotiation, define the hostage crisis negotiation, enumerate some of the qualities of the negotiator, identify and appreciate the role of the crisis negotiator team, and explain the guidelines in handling the demands of a hostage taker. During a hostage taking situation, the hostage taker can either 1. Choose a martyrdom, kill the hostage and commit suicide. 2. Lesson 1 demands to more achievable proportion and continue negotiation. Or 3. Surrender to the police. It is important to note that the basic policy in hostage-taking incident is no concession to hostage taker. However, the overriding goal for any negotiation are preservation of life and safe release of hostages. So, may mga types of hostage taker. It's either after nila patayon ang iragi hostage, magko-commit sila suicide or mag-ask sila mag-ask sa police para gamit pantakas nila para sa hostage. 4 courses of action. The incident commander during hostage-taking incident can choose among this course of action to deal with hostage takers. A mass officer and a massive firepower and assault. Use selective sniper fire. Use chemical agent. Contains the area and negotiate through a special trained negotiator. ICER method. This pertains the action that needs to be done. The first responder upon arriving to the hostage-taking scene, these are isolate physical and psychological activities on the scene and keep onlooker beyond safety. Line contains the hostage taker take mobility to the smallest location to the building or exterior area and deny him the opportunity to observe the presence of a police and their activities. This restricts the hostage taker within the confines of inner perimeter and allows time for crisis stabilization. Evaluate the situation because the original report may or may not be what the situation includes. So, yun yung ICR method. First, isolate. Second, contain. Tapos, third, evaluate. Kay, dili man tanan na report sa imo asyan situation bagay nagkaaiba. So, evaluate first before taking an action. Gathering as much cursory information as possible, assessing the threats and estimating the location of the command post as well as the number and proposed position of a backup officer needed to establish temporary inner perimeter, or report the number of the identities of a hostage taker and hostages, along with their clothing, description, perception, event, size, and location of a dangerous zone. Afterward, inform other responding officer of recommend entry, routes, types of weapon involved, and direction line of fire. Important factor to consider during hostage taking. Here are some important factors to take consideration during hostage taking incident. Intelligence gathered focuses on identifying the hostage taker and hostages, determining the hostage taker capabilities to resist result and identifying the weapon being used. So, dito, sa una, kikilalanin natin yung hostage taker kung ano ba siya, parang aggressive ba or ano. Number 2, motive. It refers to the identification what type of hostage taker are involved. Identifying the hostage taker could help identify their motives leading to the successful resolution of an event. Dito, yung motive, alamin natin para kung pwede ma-negotiate siya or di na kaya ma-handle yung situation. Hostage location. It refers to the identification of the exact location of the hostage and how they are secured. Siyempre, kailangan yung location para pag ng mga team na mag-ano sa hostage taker, alam nila. Setting. It pertains to detailed knowledge and the hostage scene, immediate vicinity, and complete reconnaissance of the hostage area. Terrain leading to the hostage site. Obstruction areas, concealment, viewing point, possible and or potential escape route. Location of doors, windows, and entrance exit and fire escape must be carried out. Formulation of the plan in a case assault is determined, as the final option is used to be planned to occur at the time that permit the assault team member to take their position without detection and limit the hostage taker's ability to resist. This is because when the element of surprise is used, the hostage taker have reduced capability to react violently, escape, hide, or harm the hostages. Reason why hostage takers surrender. Here are some general reasons why hostage takers surrender. Exhaustion and boredom. Siyempre, matagal man yan na negotiation, it's either na parang susuko na lang siya kasi mapagod or mabagot. Fear of the assault by the police. Collapse of moral and motivation. Disagreement among hostage takers. The feeling of abandonment. Occurrence of medical problem during the process. Conviction of futility of resistance. Decision of fighting another day, court and prison. Achievement of the goal, publicity. The development of confidence and judicial process. Recognition by the police. Impossibility of demands they made. Assurance of the peaceful surrender into the custody. Conviction that harm to hostage is unhelpful to their cause. Guaranteed of safe passage of the stronghold. Expectation of early release rescue. Intervention of expectation of a police asylum. Direction of group leader assault by arrangement and backstage political agreement. PNP's guideline on procedure in handling hostage situation. According to the revised Philippine National Police Operation Procedure Manual 2021 and the PNP Hostage Negotiator Handbook 2011, installing hostage situation, the Collector's Handbook procedure shall be followed. First responder, FR. This refers to the person responding to the hostage incident and primarily responsible for minimizing injuries. Strategies, deploying personnel, gathering intelligence, and initiating a holding action to contain the hostage taker pending arrival of a SWAT crisis response team and the crisis negotiator team. So first responder, given naman sa pangalan na siya unang magre-respond para dumating para may time maka-prepare yung SWAT, pati crisis response team. They are assigned the following task. PNP 2021 120-121. Secure the incident scene and establish a perimeter security. Give a situation update to the concerned TOC and inform the hostage negotiations team for possible deployment. Do not allow an unauthorized person at the incident scene. Gather information about the hostage taker and the hostage from witness. Reroute traffic flow. Evacuate all persons within the vicinity and incident scene. Clear areas for use other respondents. Establish advanced command post. Initiate contact with the hostage taker through any available means. J. If the situation becomes futile, request for deployment of HINT. However, at any given time, if the hostage taker is neutralized, the HINT may no longer be necessary. Brief the TL HNT of the situation and turn over the conduct negotiation. Stay the incident scene to maintain security, crowd, and traffic control. Preserve evidence and take custody witness. B. Incident commander. IC, Incident Commander. There shall be an only one IC holding at least a senior tank and or one experienced hostage crisis situation or relatives training until such time that she officially designates a spokesperson. She may issue appropriate press statement and continue to perform the role of spokesperson. Decision and plans in dealing with hostages taking incidents, necessary plans that IC needs to prepare after assessing the hostage taking situation. Emergency response plan. Emergency response highly depend on the threat posed by the hostage taker. Use by chemical agent should not be ruled out. Emergency response personnel should be properly identified through a uniform and visible markings. And the chief of the service support group should ensure that vehicles are readily available to support in evacuation and other medical terms. Breakout plan. The more hostage, the greater possibility of a breakout, which police elements should be prepared for in drawing out the breakout plan. Counteraction against reaction of hostage taker should be given priority consideration. Possible exit of hostage and possible escape of a hostage taker shall be included in the plan. Possibility of a breakout shall be considered immediately upon drawing out the negotiation strategies. This should be considered as one of the priority contingency, and breakout plan should not be used as a signal for assault unless the escaping hostage and threat by hostages takers.
Good day everyone and good day sir. I am Nicolay Rizabal and I'm here to continue our report about decision and plans in dealing with hostage taking incident and the delivery plan. Delivery can be very dangerous unless carefully planned. In all aspects of its execution must be known and understood by all police elements, including all support elements, and this is to ensure that whatever happen or when the hostage takers change plans at the middle of the execution, everybody knows how to react. Safety for everybody is still the primary concern. Delivery plan should be authorized and drawn with the incidents on scene commander. Actions for all elements should be properly coordinated and, if possible, rehearsed before execution. The delivery man, the negotiators, and members of the SWAT should have communication throughout delivery. No action should be executed until the hostage takers understand every detail of delivery must be stopped as soon as the hostage takers do something out of the agreed plan, and delivery is done to build rapport and get the trust of the hostage takers, and should likewise be taken as an opportunity to gather intelligence from the stronghold. The delivery plan requires carefully planning and coordination among all police and support elements and must be authorized by the incidents on the scene commander and rehearsed if possible. Communication among delivery personnel, negotiators, and SWAT is crucial. Action should only proceed if the hostage takers understand the agreed plan and use to build trust with hostage takers and gather intelligence. 4. Surrender plan. Surrender plan should be drawn in a way that the hostage lives will not be jeopardized, and this means the procedure should include release of hostage prior to actual surrender. Police elements, especially members of the SWAT, should not rule out possibility of suicide by cop, and reception party for the surrenders should be properly briefed of the procedures agreed upon between the negotiator and the hostage taker. It would be convenient if the negotiator is part of the reception party as well. So in surrender plan, it prioritizes hostage safety, and hostage should be released before surrender. And plans must consider the possibility of suicide by CAP, and reception party must include negotiators and be briefed on agreed procedures. Number 5. Hostage reception release. Release hostage should not be taken for granted. Release hostage are the best source of intelligence. Hostage reception party should be composed of medical personnel and investigators. And for security purposes, release hostage should be contained, and isolated investigators should not rule out the possibility of Stockholm syndrome among these hostage. Such police action must be explained to the hostage to avoid legal complications. So in hostage reception release, it it provides release hostage invaluable intelligence, and reception parties must include personnel and investigators, and hostage should be isolated for security and debriefed to address Stockholm syndrome and risk. Number 6. Collection plan. Collection can be very dangerous unless carefully planned. All aspects of its execution must be known and understood by all police elements, including all contingencies. Safety for all police personnel involved is a priority consideration. No collection should be initiated without the authority from incident on scene commander. Action for all elements should be properly coordinated and, if possible, rehearsed before execution. So bagan same line ni Watson kuan sa number 3 in delivery planning. So the collection plan, safety of police personnel is the paramount authority for the commander is required. Communication and coordination among negotiators, SWAT, and collectors are essential, and action should stop if hostage takers deviate from the plan, and opportunities to gather intelligence should be utilized. And no action should be executed until hostage takers understand in every detail of the collection. Collection must be aborted as soon as the hostage takers show some action that pose danger to the police and the hostage. In cases where the collection is done for an illness-stricken hostage, paramedics should handle the collection and secured by uniformed personnel, policemen, and collection should also be taken as an opportunity to gather intelligence from the stronghold. Okay, let's go to the IC's 3 courses of action. The IC should be guided by the following courses of action in handling hostage situation. Number 1, the negotiate. Situation must be stabilized first before the start of the negotiation, and all attempts to negotiate must be done by remote means, and adherence to basic policy on safety of the hostage shall be paramount. And D, do not allow outsider non-law enforcement officer into the negotiation process unless their presence is extremely necessary in the solution of the crisis. If so, they shall be properly advised on the do's and the don'ts of the hostage negotiation. And E, provide relevant information to the tactical teams. F, all communication with the hostage taker must be secured and protected. And G, always adhere to the ethics of negotiation. So in the part of ICC three courses of action, and the negotiate, it is stabilize the situation to ensure safety and use of remote communication. And about in arresting naman, it ensures safety, document evidence, and use reasonable force, and to tactical assault, last resort if peaceful resolution fails or imminent dangers exist. To okay, na-advance man lang yan ako. Okay, let's proceed. Hostage taking negotiation. Negotiation shall be designated by IC. No one shall be allowed to talk to the hostage taker without clearance from the negotiator or IC. The HNT is directly under the control and supervision of the IC. The HNT consists of the team leader, coordinator, primary negotiator, secondary negotiator, intelligence, license recorder, and the board negotiator. The task of HNT are as follows of PNP 2021 in page 123 and 124. A, in set up negotiation operation center of NOC. And B, initiate contact with the hostage taker and obtain other information, and give updates to the IC and brief her of the current situation. Okay, let's proceed. It evaluate the necessity of resorting to the other option without compromising the safety of the hostages, and recommend for activation of CMC and development of CIMTG as necessary, and facilitate all deliveries, hostage receptions and release, and possible surrender of hostage taker, and attend to all meetings called by the CMC or IC. Okay, let's proceed. The assault team. So, assault team shall be alerted for deployment in case the negotiation fails. Members of the assault team shall wear authorized and easily recognizable uniform during the conduct of the operation. So, in case kung mag-fail ang negotiation, may nakaandam na magresponde kung dere matumugot an suspect na palayaon an kuan an hostage. And letter E, the next, crowd control. Crowd control team shall be deployed to manage and control the crowd, augment the first responder in securing the perimeter. So may da usulat and crowd control sinin akuan hostage taking procedures. Next, support personnel. So support personnel shall include those in charge of managing traffic, firefighting, and providing medical emergency assistance, crime scene processing, and rescue. So present lewat didi an support personnel it para sa crowd control, it manage crowd and secure the perimeter, and include medical, traffic, rescue, and crime scene processing teams. So next naman, and post hostage taking incident. After the neutralization of the hostage takers and rescue of the hostage, the following processing and debriefing procedure shall be undertaken. First, clear and secure the crime scene to avoid contamination of evidence, and next, evacuate the hostages and other injured person, and next, the letter C, conduct CSI, and last, the conduct debriefing on the hostages and participating personnel, take the sworn statement of witness hostages and hostage taker and key participants in the incidents, and F. Initiate case conference to facilitate filing of cases, and G. Issue press statements, and H. Submit reports to higher headquarters, and deactivate the CMC and CMTG. So the post-incident procedures, ini naman ang pagkatapos na sa hostage taking. So it's and post-incident procedures, it secure the crime scene and evacuate hostages and conduct crime scene investigation and debrief participants and file cases and release press statements. And next naman, tactical procedures to be followed in hostage taking incident. So number 1, containment of the hostage position, also known as operational containment 125. This includes but not limited to the following: Castillo Jr. and Gabao in 2021. So first, the stabilization of the incident, and number 2, determining the exact location of the hostage taker, physically containing the action to the smallest area, and next, isolation of the scene, evacuation of the adjoining areas, and blocking for escape. Number 2, communication. Communication establishing contact with the hostage takers is the first order of business. This may be initiated by either the hostage takers or the authorities. Once contact is established, must keep the communication open and establish the following entirety of the negotiation, if possible, in NC 2010-75. Problem solving climate by showing a desire to understand and willingness to help, and next, a climate of compromise by adopting a give and take attitude and by showing a willingness to bargain and yield when necessary. So next, the visual and audio surveillance after containing the situation and establishing communication. It is essential to gather information. This can be done through visual and audio surveillance. Helpful tools for such tasks are Castillo Jr. and Gabao 2021. First, the binoculars, and next, the telescope, portable searching lights, and night vision device, television camera, spike or contact microphone, telephone, intercoms. So asya naman ini ang gamit pag surveillance and hostage taking. So mga familiar naman ini: telescope, CCTV, ngan ini telephone, telescope, portable searching light. Okay, next naman, the assault alternative. This refers to the responding to the hostage taker once the decision to engage has been made. An International Association of Chief Police in 2020. This decision is made with the following consideration in Castillo Jr. and Gabao 2021 of page 58. When the victims are in imminent danger of injury, when the victims are in imminent danger of death, when the hostage taker has gained the control of crime scene or potential victims, if hostage have already been killed. So asya inan kuan ang time na sa mag-assault kun ang victims na nagamayada na injury or namatay and nakagain na control sa crime scenes and against sa hostage taker and potential victims, or once the hostage taker has been killed. So let's proceed naman in hostage negotiation and recovery. A negotiation approach is a systematic process of starting to work on a task of chatting and dealing with embraces of starting to work. Primary consideration are the arrangement of terms and conditions between the authorities and suspects which are necessary for the release of the hostages. Castillo Jr. and Gabao in 2021, page 61. According to the PNP Hostage Negotiator Handbook in 2011, negotiation is a process in which two or more person, group, or entities with conflicting interests voluntarily engage in a dialogue or discussion in order to arrive at an agreement that will benefit all the parties concerned. Negotiation is not about winning an argument in order to get what you want, but is about working with other parties so that everyone gets what they want. That's the key word in any negotiation compromise. So ang word na negotiate, it is may da aram tama naman usa na person may da naghatag agreement about para sa hostage taker and police na engage siya na palayaon an hostage. Nagginaaro nira kung ano ang karuyag san hostage taker para palayaon. So asya ito nang bubuhat anay para magkamay-ada gyapon safety and hostage taker and ngan makuha san kadaosaan ira karuyag makuha. Okay, next naman. Okay, so that's it pala yung part ko. So thank you everyone.
Good day. This is the continuation of the report. Critical points to remember negotiation. Here are some important reminders in negotiation according to the PNP Hostage Negotiators Handbook 2011. The goal of negotiation is to reach an agreement that will benefit the concerned individual or groups. All negotiation fosters stronger working relationship between people or group and promotes mutual understanding among the concerned individual or groups, especially after reaching an agreement. Next, all negotiators must be willing to work with those who have conflicting interests. This must be willing compromise and exchange for value in order for the negotiation to be success. A negotiation can only be possible when both parties acknowledge the legitimacy of each other conflicting viewpoint and are willing to work out a solution of agreement in order to arrive at a win-win situation. Next, all negotiators should be learn how to give and take in order to reach their desired outcomes and to find lasting solution. A good negotiation ends with all players winning or gaining something. Next, negotiation involves an exchange and ideas between individuals. Its success depends on the participant understanding of human nature and the ability to emphasize with and anticipate each other's needs. Every negotiator must have the high stress hold and knowledge to humanize psychology. He or she must have an open mind that will allow him or her to change his or her appraisal of a situation whenever necessary. Next, it is a must that before entering a negotiation, the negotiator must have the background information vital to negotiating with the concerned parties. Next, all options must be weighed before agreeing to enter into negotiation. Next, all negotiators must have the determination to take calculated risks to avoid manipulation by the other party. Next, when the negotiating as a team, always get the commitment of every team member before entering the meeting. Team members must be involved in every action. Next, in all negotiations, always look behind what the other party is oftenly demanding. Oftentimes, their real needs and wants are hidden behind their words and actions. Next, all lines of communication between parties must be open. Next, maintaining a positive attitude in case when the negotiation did not work. Reevaluate your choices and pursue another path. And next, lastly is negotiators must be alert and always ready to spot and resolve tactics such as deadline and deadlock, pressure as well as concern and other potential barriers to the successful execution of a pressure, as well as lingering concern and other potential barriers to the successful execution of a negotiated agreement. If left unattended, this could lead a breakdown in the agreement. Next is 8 easy steps in the negotiation process. Here are 8 easy steps in the negotiation process based on the PNP Hostage Negotiator Handbook in 2011. First is all the players should be clear with their interests and demands. Second is identify and acknowledge all conflict and issue which need to be resolved. Third is agree on a common goal. 4. Bargain for a better deal. 5. Trade concessions. 6. Try to resolve the issues and problems of all those concerned. 7. Compromise. 8. Conclude with a formal and written agreement. Next is 4 negotiation stages and critical tasks. According to the PNP Hostage Negotiators Handbook 2011, there are 4 negotiation strategies and each strategy has corresponding tasks to be done in order to execute the negotiations party. They are PNP 2001 P20 to 21. First is the preliminary stage. Creating a climate conducive to the positive exchange of view and issues such as resolving all past disputes or conflicts. Establish rapport and get agreement and agenda and ground rules. Identify issue and rules. Establish timelines. Second is the open stage. Open position or initial offer must be clear and state, and the other party opening position or initial demand must be clarified and must be tested in a logical and rational manner. The exploratory stage. Identify the other party's underlying demands and needs through active listening and probing through asking questions. and test alternative currencies of exchange must be tested. Concession and compromise must be made in order to arrive at a meeting point or agreement. Fourth is the conclusion of the closing stage. Currencies or term must be matched to the needs. Agreement must be formalized after resolving the potential problems and all concerned, and ensure that what has been agreed upon is enacted or implemented as planned, using the appropriate forms such as a contract or memorandum of agreement. 8 sources of power in negotiation process. Power is defined as an individual ability to get things done by influencing the other people. Power, however, to done is largely based upon perception. PNP 2011 1.2 means not the Hostage Negotiation Handbook 2011, the 21. According to the help in gaining advantage over the other party in any negotiation, important to note that they should not be used to gain all the benefits but merely to assess difficult situation. Part to gain all the other party refuse to cooperate. Those factors are information. This refers to the prior knowledge of the other side, interests and expectation, financial situation, prioritize, organization, pressure and limitation will provide a negotiator with an edge during the actual negotiation, especially when one or both parties tend to hide their true interests and priorities. Gaining information like having a lethal weapon when it comes to a negotiation. Time pressure on the other party creates an advantage to the negotiator since he or she is given more time to study the situation and create exact calculation. Knowing the opponent's deadline gives an edge, thus not posing the deadline on the negotiator's ends is highly recommended. Parties plays a key role in negotiation. 3. Less need. A party is a weaker position if he or she has a greater need to do business than the other players in the process. Awareness of the opponent's perceptions, needs, and wants give more power and an understanding of how to control his or her behavior. Fourth is credibility. The negotiator's background must be a clear stated to create an impression he or she is trustworthy or handle and resolve the issue involved. 5 is willingness to take risks. It refers to the power of the negotiating table. This occurs when the negotiator is prepared to take calculated and intelligent risks, or when he or she can make demand, give an ultimatum, and is not afraid of lose the deal. 6 is commitment. Dedication and support by all members of the negotiating team spell success. 7. Expertise. A negotiator who is widely recognized as an expert has an advantage when negotiating. 8 is empathy. Empathy is with the other party, greater insight into their personal, psychological, and organizational needs, thus giving a negotiator more chance to get what he or she wants. in the negotiation. Hostage crisis negotiation. The primary concern for every negotiation should always be the safe release of the negotiation and safe surrender of the hostage taker or arrest of the perpetrator. Negotiation must be conducted in accordance with the policy or no substantive concession. The following shall not be provided in exchange to the safe release of the hostage. Release of prisoners serving sentence in prison. Next, major policy or constitutional change. Next, escape from prosecution or any persons. And last, capitulation by any authority. Objective of negotiation. According to the PNP Hostage Negotiators Handbook 2011, hostage negotiation should be conducted primarily for the following objective. First is the safe release of the hostage. Second, safe hand over the perpetrators. Third, arrest of the perpetrators. Fourth, minimize harm or both the hostage and the hostage taker. And last is number 5, minimize damage to properties. Additionally, for the purpose of gaining tactical advantage, negotiations should also aim to achieve the following objective. To gather intelligence from the stronghold. Next, to gain enough time for the assault perpetration. Next is to establish routine among the perpetrators. Next, to build rapport with the perpetrators. Next is to build stability within the stronghold. And lastly, to provide time to explain the police activity to the perpetrators and the hostages. Effects of buying time in hostage negotiation. Buying time in hostage negotiation is the initial concern of all negotiators. With this will allow them to gain needed information to assess the situation and have the effective negotiation with the hostage takers. It provides the negotiators sample space of exercise his or her expertise and eventually achieve his or her goals. This could also have various effects on the police, hostages, and the hostage takers. Some of these effects are as follow. Police perspective. Time allows the police to assemble its resources, draw a detailed plan on its actions, increase opportunity for external and internal intelligence gathering. However, it will also bring additional problems on the possible arrival for more media practitioner. Next is increased cost of operation, and last, more stress and exhaustion on the part of the police personnel. Hostage perspective. For the hostages, time allows the following. First is increase human needs, identify as an individual, reduce anxiety, exhaustion, boredom, increase opportunity for escape, and last, increase opportunity for bonding.
Police perspective. Time allows the police to assemble its resource, draw a detailed plan on its action, increase opportunity for external and internal intelligence gathering. However, it will also bring additional problems on possible arrival of more media practitioners. increased cost of operation, and more stress and exhaustion on the part of the police personnel. Hostage perspective for the hostages time allows the following: increases human needs, identifies as individual, reduces anxiety, exhaustion, boredom, increased opportunity for escape, and increased opportunity for bonding. Hostage takers perspective time allows an increase rationally among the perpetrators. For example, the need for food, water, light, air condition, or anything which they think could remove those that distract their concentration or make them comfortable. Time might also reduce expectation and increase suspicious or doubts on the police intentions. Hostage negotiation check-off list. The negotiator needs to know the following: the details of what was happened. The details should answer the following questions: who are involved, when and how did it start, when did it happen, when did it happen, and when is he doing this, what is his purpose, how long was the situation like this. The details of the stronghold 1 to 8. The following details are crucial: where is it located, is it static or mobile, what can we see from the outside, what can the people inside see, what is the situation in the area, is it safe, what are the conditions of the people inside, are they safe. The details of the hostages. The following details are needed: who are these people, who many are they, how were they involved in this incident, how are they related to the hostage takers, how old are they, how many are women, how many are men, what are their conditions, physically or mentally stable. The details of the hostage takers. The following are needed: who are they, what are they capable of, how many are they, how they get into this situation, is it deliberately or accidental, are they armed, what are their weapons used to intimidate, where are they located in the stronghold, do they have support from the outside, do they have any chance to escape, what do they want from the authorities. Qualities of negotiators. According to the PNP Hostage Negotiators Handbook, negotiators should possess following qualities. Number one is communication. The negotiator should be articulate, able to speak clearly and concisely, to communicate with a variety of persons in different situations with ease, pitching the style of conversation to suit the audience. He or she must be capable of measured carefully delivery and having a calming influence. He or she should have active listening skills and ability to take charge of conversations. He or she must be able to make people feel confident in opening in conversation. Second is cognitive skills. The negotiator should be mentally agile, astute, and incisive. He or she should be mentally logical, rational, and have the ability to probe motives and identify critical issues. He or she must think ahead, understand the value of intelligence, and be able to develop a strategy. He or she must be also flexible and adaptive with the ability to think creatively and laterally. Relationship with people. The negotiator must be able to work cooperatively as part of a team, consulting, listening, referring, and encouraging. He or she must be person-centered, genuinely interested in others, caring, considerate, sensitive, and be tolerant. He or she must be able to show empathy and concern. And last is that as individual, he or she must be socially confident, friendly, and outgoing. Next is the professional competence. The negotiator should have a sound operational background and breadth of experience. He or she must be tactically aware of the technical support unit or the TSU and SWAT teams, professionally committed to the ethics of negotiation. He or she should exhibit drive and enthusiasm. Next is the personal qualities. The negotiator should have good emotional control and the ability to cope with stress, always remaining calm and even tempered. He or she should be undeterred by failure, resilient, patient, persistent, and robust against aggressions. He or she is confident and self-assured but without arrogance and self-importance. He or she must be honest with himself or herself, confronting feelings and accepting responsibility, and must be physically and mentally fit. Duties and responsibilities of negotiators. Here are some of the duties and responsibilities of the negotiator. Ensure that the policy on the saving lives of the hostage and hostage takers shall be adhered to during the conduct of negotiations. Report to the incident or the on-scene commander for briefing and guidelines. Come up with a negotiation strategy based on the overall strategy of the incident or on-scene commander in resolving the crisis. 4 is communicate with perpetrators and or hostages. Coordinate to the SWAT commander and the security commander all actions including deliveries, collections, evacuations, surrender, and other activities to avoid crossfire. 6 is record all messages, information, statements of the hostage takers, and other pertinent data brought to the attention of the negotiating cell. Preserve all these to include tapes for evidentiary purpose. Development and dissemination of intelligence informations gained through negotiation. Number 8 is to ensure the safety of all negotiators. Maintain good physical conditions and develop an effective relief system in case that the activity will be extended for more than 24 hours. And lastly, to conduct of hot debriefings. Next is the crisis negotiating team. The crisis negotiating team, or the CNT, also called the crisis management team or the CMT, provides verbal and tactical support to the SWAT team and is responsible for controlling a barricaded suspect or hostages situations. The CNT must ensure that it meets the following 3 key objectives. Number 1 is the safety for all the people involved. Second is the safe release or rescue of the hostage, and lastly, the apprehensions and prosecutions of the hostage takers. The negotiation team is directly under the control of the supervisions of the on-scene commander or incident commander. It is one of the elements of the Critical Incident Management Group or the CIMTG within the negotiation group. The figure 9 shows the on-scene commander. Negotiation team as part of the Critical Incident Management or the group or the CIMTG. So the negotiator is under the negotiation group, which is under the on-scene commander, together with the operation group, service support group, and media group. Philippine National Police negotiation team as part of the Critical Incident Management Group in PNTP Hostage Negotiators Book. Figure 10, or the CNT organized structure. The CNT team leader is under the on-scene commander, which is the primary of the secondary negotiator, coach, commander, and the primary negotiator, psychologist, intelligence. Incident on the scene commander. The incident on scene commander of any hostage critical incident is designated by the Crisis Management Committee or the CMC. The incident is designabilities of the incident on scene commander as follows. Ensures the accomplishment of the mission by saving the lives of the hostages and the arrest of the perpetrators. Directs, coordinates, supervises, and controls of the operations of all elements involved in operations. Selects and designates personnel and units to compose the command dealing with the hostage critical incident. Develops effective media relations with the objective to promote and maintain public understanding, confidence, trust, cooperation, and support to the police organization, whatever outcome of the operation. Prepares and submit to the concerned regional director and police regional office an report after the culmination of the operations, including evaluation and recommendation for the benefit of the future operations. Supervise the implementation of the crisis management plan. Directs all the investigators to secure all physical evidence gathered within the stronghold to establish evidence that could warrant filing of appropriate charges, and perform such other duties not mentioned herein are directed by higher headquarters and other lawful authorities.
Figure 10. Sinte organized structure on scene commander. Sinte team leader. Secondary negotiator or coach commander. Primary negotiator, psychologist, intelligence, or recorder. Incident or on-scene commander. The incident or on-scene commander of any stage critical incident is designated by the Crisis Management Committee. The incident is designabilities of the incident on-scene commander are as follows. Ensures that the accomplishment of the mission by saving their lives of the hostage and the arrest of the perpetrators. Directs, coordinates, supervises, and controls the operation of all elements involved in the operation. Select and designate personnel and unit to compose the command dealing with the hostage or critical incident. Develop effective media relation with the objective to promote and maintain public understanding, confidence, trust, cooperation, and support to the police organization, whatever outcome of the operation. Prepares and submits to the concerned regional director, the police officer, after operation report after the culmination of the operation, including evaluation recommendation for the benefit of future operation. Supervises the implement of the crisis management plan. Direct all investigators to secure all physical evidence gathered with the stronghold to establish the evidence that could warrant filing of appropriate charges and perform such other duties not mentioned herein as directed by higher headquarters and law authorities. The negotiation team leader or coordinator. NTL or coordinator is an experienced and competent negotiation with sound operational skill. He or she ensures that the cell is properly run and accurately reflect the incident or scene commander strategy. He or she advises the incident or on-scene commander on the best negotiating strategies and coordinating the process with the SWAT and the forward command resources. The primary negotiator. The primary negotiator is the principal negotiator. Their tasks are: he or she is actually engaged in the conversation with the stage taker. He or she negotiates within the parameters set by the negotiation team leader. He or she also gathers intelligence while in the process of negotiation and relay them to the negotiation team leader. He or she takes part on team meeting and has thorough understanding of all plans and block of conversation throughout the incident. The secondary negotiator. The secondary negotiator gives direct support to the primary negotiator in interpreting and implementing the incident on scene commander overall strategies through negotiating tactics. Their other tasks are: he or she is also responsible for the safety of the principal negotiator when both are engaged in face-to-face situation, and he or she acts as the substitute of the primary negotiator if the latter becomes weary in the process. The intelligence recorder or recorder negotiation. The intelligence or recorder negotiator provides a communication link between the negotiator and the remainder of the police command structure. He or she also supports the role of the secondary negotiator in tactical development and at the same time maintains a detailed log of events. Their other tasks are: he or she is a trained psychologist and interpreter. He or she studies and provides hostage takers as a basis for decision making and subsequent course of action. As a psychological profile of the he or she effectively files the available background information for ready access. He or she thorough understanding of all plans. He or she maintains contact with the intelligence cell, and he or she is a substitute of the secondary negotiator when needed. The board negotiator. The board negotiator is a board person who maintains a visual display of all information to the relevant to the negotiation, deadlines, demands, and details. A person known to be the stronghold. He or she through understanding of all plans, and he or she substitute of the fourth negotiator. Hostage takers demand. The demand can be tweaked to the negotiation process. It may be opportunity for the negotiator in handling demands from the hostage takers. Demand should be handled with care. Explain to the hostage taker the difficulties in meeting their demands. Try to reduce the expectation from them. Always think tactically. If the demands are simple and their delivery could gain the police tactical advantage, then by all means, take advantage of this demand. Seek reciprocation. When you give in to some demand, see to it that you always seek something in return. Sow seeds of doubt. It should be impressed upon the stage takers that even if they are in the shoes of the police personnel, they will not give in into these demands. Seek precise details of these demands. Arrangement should be properly described that each point clear both the stage takers and negotiators. In case of multiple demands, deal with the easy ones first. Types of demands. There are two types of demands, negotiable and non-negotiable. 1. Negotiable demands. Foods, cigarettes, drinks, alcohol, transportation, media coverage, freedom. Number 2. Non-negotiable demands. Weapons, ammunitions, drugs, release of prisoner, exchange of hostage. Guidelines in handling demands. According to the PNP Negotiation Handbook, the guidelines in handling demands are the following. Do not seek or ask them. Do not ignore them, list them down and forget about the demands. Do not say yes or no to them. Tell the hostage takers that you have to discuss everything first with the incident or on-scene commander. Do not misunderstand them. You might add to the complication of the misinterpreted these demands. Do not call them demands. Once you agree to some of these demands, hostage takers might ask for another and you may not able to give it to them. Listen to anything and do not give anything away. Do not make any offer without reason. Do not make offer outside your control. You may not be able to fulfill this and it will destroy the reputation you have built up. Do not dismiss demand as a tribal. Who knows, this might the key to your success, and do not resurrect forgotten demands. PNP procedures in a hostage situation. The following steps shall be undertaken in the event of a hostage situation. Activate a critical incident management committee. Secure and isolate the incident scene. Ensures the control of communication lines and simultaneously ensure that all other lines are cut off, along with electricity and water supply to allow for maximum bargaining. Bar unauthorized person from entering and exiting incident scene. Record the witness names, address, and the information. Direct the witness to a safe location. Evacuate all victims or injured person immediately when the opportunity permits. Ensures that the arrest of the perpetrator shall be the last paramount concern, and conduct debriefing immediately after the conclusion of the incident. That's all. Thank you.